Welcome back to Clayton Dragon Basketball on Dragon Vision. Once again, I'm Matt Hagan along with Chris.
I'm Chris right here, ready to go for the next game.
Lady Dragons unfortunately fell in the first game of this doubleheader. It was a 49-43 final. They moved to second place in the district. Scott continues their claim on first place. Now we're getting ready to watch Clinton Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision. And as we watch this game, we're also going to be giving you updates on my phone, which has the AC Gibbs game, the boys game. Because if Clinton can win and Gibbs can win, it will be a tie for first for the Dragons.
And that's
now
what's needed.
Braylon, big man Hayden starting off for the Dragons. Camden, point guard Nelson. Bryson, the machine Maddox. Number 23, Carson Shooter Richardson. And big man, 34, Caden Ison. What do you want to say about these teams?
They're fun to watch. They're a team this year. Last year, we know that they weren't really much of a team. They didn't have much ball movement. This year, they're a family out there. They are enjoying playing basketball. It's fun to watch. And Caden has improved a ton from last year. You can tell he's put in a lot of work in the offseason.
Cam Nelson has become one of the best passers and facilitators on this team. Carson Richardson does not care about scoring like you would expect, being the shooter that he is.
He's a leader.
That is why he is a captain. He is a captain along with Caden Ison.
Yep.
You can see it. Cam Nelson, I will say, has got one of the best heads of hair on this team now. It's finally grown out.
It looks like he's trying to get an afro out there or something.
Now let's call this. I'm going to ask, will Bryson get a dunk in this game?
He will get a dunk in this game.
He had 4 dunks last week. We are going to pull those footage here in just a little bit to show you all 4. But now we're getting ready. It's won by Scott. 21 with the ball over to 1, nearly stolen by Richardson. Dragons in their black-orange numbers, white trim.
Clinton's got to keep 21 in check because he can shoot.
Oh, he was their master last game. Yes, it ended with a 70-44 score, but that wasn't indicative of how physical that game was.
Yeah.
24 with it, nearly stolen by Ison. He spins away. He's going to drive up. Floater. Blocked! Hayden!
Dunk.
Oh, here he comes. First. I thought we were going to get it on the first basket. Nelson tried to get it to Maddox just a little far. I don't know how you could out-throw Maddox, but he figured it out. But Braylon Hayden with the biggest block so far on that first shot. Nearly a dunk on the recovery. 1 with the ball. Hands off to 3.
I love the talking out there. The communication is great with switching.
That's what helped him last game. 1 gets it back to 3 in the wing. I like the guarding right there by Nelson, not letting him get by. That should be a 5-second call, and they call it. 5 seconds. Great defense by Cam Nelson right there. Hayden's going to come in. He's going to check it into Nelson. Side out for the Dragons. I almost said the Lady Dragons.
Yeah.
It gets to Nelson. Ison's trying to call something up right there as well. Ison's going to try to stay for a screen. He's going to get it. We know he can pull it over to Maddox. Maddox coming off a 31-point game, largest game of the year for any Dragon. Nelson now with it. Nelson had 8 assists. Ison for 3. Little to strong. Rebound goes to 1. No score here, 6.5 to go. As I'll say that, Scott takes the lead. 2-0. Nelson with it. Gets it to Richardson. Over to Nelson. Nelson thinking about getting to Maddox. Does get it to Maddox. Maddox looked about Ison, but it's going to get it over to Richardson. Or no, Hayden. Hayden with it. Now over to Richardson. And to Nelson. Nelson gets it stripped. Picks up. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow should stay with the Dragons.
Yep.
2-0 your score about 2 minutes into this game. Starting off very physical, just like the girls' game was.
I wonder if Lockhart has plays designed with just a whistle.
He probably does. Maddox is trying to call it. There's his whistle. And all he does is he signals everything.
Yep.
Telling them to come up, trying to set a double screen. Maddox gets around 1. very physical. Goes up, gets fouled, but makes the
Wow,
basket.
What a basket.
2 points, Bryson Maddox. One with the ball coming into the front court, tied at 2. 5:42 left to go in the first. 24 with it, guarded by Ison. He gets it up to 3. Next broadcast will come to you from Dragon Stadium as we take on Union County. 21 into 3. He gets up to the top to 2. 2 over to 24. Thinks about a 3, back to 2. 2 guarded by Ison. He's trying to get a play call. Ison knows he won't shoot a 3. That's why he's giving him some space. Drives in. Tries to find someone. Bounces to 24. Maddox is going to put a lot of pressure on him. Not let him get by. Handoff. Maddox switches on 1. Maddox is using both lines as an extra defender. Good defense right there. A good zone right here by the Dragons. Playing a 2-3 zone. Maddox is just staying on that side. Won't let anybody by him, using it as extra defense. Trying to get him trapped. 1 against Maddox. Maddox almost gets it right there. Gets over to 2. That could have been a reach. You are right. Gets into 24, guarded by Ison. He's going to try to get around Ison. Gets it back into the wing to 2. Ison with a good closeout right there. 3 with it. Tries to drive in. Going to call a foul on Ison. That possession right there took over 1 minute before the first shot. Ison with his first. Alcorn to check in. I'm okay with that. Ison knows when to use the fouls. And Alcorn is a very good substitute for the Dragons.
Absolutely. He's physical and
he's quick. And just a sophomore, too.
I didn't know that. I thought he was a senior.
Oh, no, he's a sophomore. The only seniors we have are Richardson and Ison.
Wow.
3 bodying the 2. 2's got it now. Maddox won't let him get away. 2 against 1.
Now Nelson's only a sophomore,
he gets
right?
Yes, there's a charge. Easy call right there. He doesn't like it, but that was the easiest call you could have made. Richardson is the best at drawing charges.
Yep, I love it.
I think that's number 5 he's drawn this year.
He puts his body in harm's way for his team.
And he doesn't care. Nelson, probably pound for pound the strongest member on this team.
Yep.
Maddox is strong, but I think Richardson is stronger pound for pound. 4-3, Maddox too strong. Rebound, Scott. 1 with the ball. He drives in. He had a layup. I don't know why they went after him. 1 high, no good. Rebound, Alcorn. Alcorn with his first board of the night. He's going to try to drive it. Does drive it, no good. Rebound, Maddox to Alcorn. Alcorn drives.
Charge.
They did call the charge on Alcorn. Both teams now with 1 charge, and here comes Lundy and Tackett for the Dragons.
I don't hate that call.
I don't either. They're playing physical, and they're only calling, and he almost lost his glasses, I think.
He's having to pop the lens back in, it looks like.
And I'm okay with this. I respect the officials for trying to help him out right here. Trying to give him as much time as he can before they sub it, before they have to sub him, but now they're going to have to. They're going to have to sub him. 12's going to have to come in for just a minute. And I'm like, okay, I don't like that they had to sub him, but
Gotta keep
for
the game
safety,
rolling.
that's the right move.
Yeah.
2-2 your score, 3:43 remaining. It will be Highlander ball.
You usually don't see people with glasses out there playing. They usually have some type of goggles or something.
Or contacts or something.
Yeah.
1 with the ball, guarded by Lundy. Gets it to 12.
Great
Still in the
defense.
backcourt. They finally get to the front court. 2 with it now, guarded by Nelson. Gets it past Tackett over to 2. 2 inside the 33, guarded by Maddox. He's got a knee brace on as well, so he had to have had something going.
Yeah.
You don't see knee braces much except for big men. 2's got the ball, hand off to 3. 3 with it, back to 2. 4-3 from the corner. Short rebound, Hayden. Hayden to Nelson. Nelson all the way up to Maddox. Maddox thought about 3. He drives in. Contact, foul, blocked. No foul. 3 with it now. Gets it over, throws it away. Great defense. Great defense by the Dragons right there.
It being Scott ball.
I thought it was going to be a Scott ball. I thought it was going to be a timeout also called. Ison's going to check back in. Ison for Lundy. So you got Ison, Maddox, Tackett, Nelson, and Big Hayden. I'm going to say Big Hayden because we will see Little Hayden in this game as well.
I told Lil Hayden before the game I expect a 360 tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Well, we'll see. Maddox with the ball on the left wing, inside to Ison. Ison and charge. Yep, I call it too. I agree.
It could have gone either way.
It could have. I would not have argued. That's his second, though. He's already got 2.
That's what they're going to do is they're going to try to get him in foul trouble tonight.
But here's the thing. He's had a few games recently. He hasn't scored, and we still came out with the victory.
Yeah.
They don't realize that. We have a team, not just one.
Yep.
It's not Maddox. It's not Ison. It's a team.
It looks like Caden's getting ready to check back in.
Yep. He just came back, so coach could tell him, don't foul again.
Yeah.
3-1 with the ball. 2:20 to go. He's going to drive to 22 or to 12. 12 with it. Back to 1. 1 getting hassled by Alcorn. Finally backs out. Alcorn with some of the best defense on this team so far. Doesn't want to give it up. He's going to close in. Gets over to 12, guarded by Tackett.
Did Alcorn transfer?
Alcorn did not. He was here last year, too. He was a freshman last year. 21 drives in. He pushes off. Going to get fouled by Maddox. Maddox didn't like that foul call.
No.
21 did push off right there to get in, but they saw Maddox.
I didn't even realize 21 was back in until just now.
He must have got the lens put back in. At least it didn't break.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Glasses
know
are expensive.
Glasses are very expensive. We'll see how it does on this first free throw attempt. It's working. He got his first one. They got the lead.
He's got such a pretty shot.
He does. And Ison does check in. Tackett checks out. Ison, Alcorn, Richardson, Maddox, and Nelson. But remember, Ison has 2. Clinton has 14 fouls already.
Yeah.
2 of them are charges. No good. Rebound, Richardson. Running the floor is Richardson. Gets over to Maddox. Maddox thought about a 3. He drives in, spin move. Gets it back to Alcorn. Good idea right there by Maddox. He just didn't have the opening.
Yep.
Nelson calling the play. Getting him set up where he wants him. Alcorn setting up a pick. Maddox with it now. Maddox into Ison. Ison gets fouled but makes the basket. No foul call. 4-3 your score. Very, very low scoring first quarter.
Just like the
7
girls' game.
points with 90 seconds to go.
I can't tell. Is their uniforms have pink on it or is it red?
They're red. These
Okay.
are not pink uniforms. I think it had to be something with the girls' team.
Yeah.
They do have pink shoes on. Some of them do. Three-pointer is good. 21 has been their key.
And turnover.
That's the second turnover by Nelson. But Nelson, that's one thing Nelson needs to work on, is how he does the throw. Hayden's going to check in. And Nelson's going to come out. I agree with this call by Lockard.
Yeah.
Nelson to come out, Hayden to check in. Hayden is a great point guard.
Need to just keep it simple with some passes. I understand the flashiness helps throw people off guard, but a pass like that needs to be simple.
I agree. Less than a minute to go. Scott with the ball, up by 2. 3 with the ball. He's going to hand off to 1. 1's got it. Gets it to 2. Guarded by Alcorn. Great defense. He almost loses it. He's close.
Wow.
Locker's going. Locker's trying to. He's trying to help the officials out, saying he stepped on the line. 1 drives in. He's trying to find someone. Stolen by Hayden. Big steal by Hayden. He has a block in the steal now. He drives into the corner.
Ison down there, man.
Ison with it. No, it's Maddox with it. Gets it to Ison. Spot up from 2. Too long. Rebound 3. 20 seconds left. They may hold for the last shot. Looks like they're going to slow it down possibly for the last shot. They have a 6-4 lead. Hayden's going to try to get him to start calling for it. They do start the count. 6 seconds left. He drives around over Hayden. Tipped, but in. 8-4 your score.
Shoot it.
Bryson, 4-3. Oh, I thought that was in. So after 1, we are going to take a quick break on Dragon with the score. Scott 8, Clinton 4 here. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Clinton Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision as we start the second quarter. Very high-scoring game. I mean, very low-scoring game. 8-4, Scott with the lead. Scott doubling up the Dragons. Very, very physical game here, just like the girls' game.
Great defense all the way around.
Both sides. Several fouls called,
Yep.
but neither team actually got in the bonus. 21, he's their sharpshooter,
let him
and he
get
just
going.
proved it. He's got 8 of their 11 points. 2 from the free throw line and 2 free throws.
Oh, they got him battling down low.
Ison, good. I thought that was too strong, but
close.
Ison's got 4 now. One's got the ball coming up. They got to watch 21. He's got 8 of their 11. 11-6 is the score. 1 minute into the second quarter. 21's got it. He's trying to get around, gets it to 1. 1's going to get back to 3 in the top of the circle. He's going to drive. Finds 21 in the corner. In and out.
Finally a miss by him.
Finally a miss. Maybe that makes it cold for him. Maddox to Richardson. He comes in, but he's going to be reach-in foul. A reach-in's going to be called. First team foul, and that is on number 2. That's only like the 3rd foul combined for Scott in the first 2 quarters.
Yeah.
I believe it may be more, but I don't think they had more than 2 fouls. Nelson's
Not
with the
called
ball
anyways.
coming into the front court. Right, not called. Gets it to Alcorn. Alcorn into Ison. Ison with 4 already, and he makes it 6 points for Ison. I believe he has 6 of the 8 points for the Dragons. He either has 4 or 6 points.
Yeah.
Maddox has 2. 1 with the ball guarded by Nelson on the logo. There's the count. Hasn't got away from it yet. Should have been 5, but they get to 33 just in the nick of time. Tipped, 1 with it, stripped, foul, late. I agree with the foul, but that was a late whistle. And it was by the one official you and I have talked about.
Yep.
And Hayden's going to check in. That is the 2nd foul on Nelson. Hayden's going to be the new point guard. So Ison with 2 fouls now. Nelson with 2 fouls. Inbounding 2-1. 1 with it, guarded by Alcorn. Alcorn, Richardson, Maddox, Hayden, and Ison. That should be 5, but they gets it away in time. 3 with the ball now. Max is going to trail him, or Ison's going to trail him. Ison's just shadowing him.
21's
They are trying, and that's why Richardson's on him. Richardson's got some of the best hands. 3-4-3, too strong, rebound 33.
Got a box out right there.
We didn't box out well, I agree. 21 gets it. 21 with 8 points so far.
Defense.
Richardson, he's got really good defense. Great job, Carson. Carson's probably my arguably favorite player on this team, if you can't tell. 4-2, it's good. 5-point lead for Highlanders. Maddox with it. He thought about a 3. He's going to get it over to Richardson. Into Hayden. Hayden up, backboard in.
Good take.
Hayden with his first made basket of the night. He actually did not score against Cumberland Gap. He went up for a dunk early on, and they fouled him on the dunk attempt, and he missed both free throws. But he had 8 rebounds.
That's important. Anything you can do to help the team out stat-wise, it's great. Even if you don't get a stat, play defense.
Right, and there's Alcorn Garden 1. And I almost thought that was a double dribble,
I did
but
too.
That was not a foul, though. 4-3 off the backboard, no good. Richardson, big rebound. He's going to run it up the floor. He's going to fakes it, bounce to Alcorn. Alcorn saves it. He gets tripped. And 21 doesn't like the call, but I agree with that call.
Yeah. It would have been
I think that's the
intentional for us.
2nd foul on 21, actually. Let's see. That is his 2nd. He also has 2 fouls now, and he's being subbed out for 24.
Good.
Their big shooter is out. He's got 11 of their 13.
That'll help the Dragons out a lot.
That will. 4:37 remaining. Ison with the ball over to Alcorn. Into Maddox. Maddox head fake. He bounces off. Blocking foul. Shooting will be Maddox. I agree. Maddox was going around, and he was playing it in what would have been the restricted zone in the NBA.
Yeah.
Dragons come in with 11-10 record, and mass substitutions getting ready. You got Lundy and Tackett getting ready to check in for the Dragons. Maddox, first one's up and in. 13-11. Now your score. Maddox checks in, or no, Tackett and Lundy check in.
He
along
said
with
Richardson down
Ison.
at the front of the bench because he's ready to get him back in.
Nelson and Richardson both. They're just in for a quick sub.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. And both of them went in. 13-12 is now the score. Maddox, I believe, has 10 points already. Maddox either has 8 or 10. 3 with the ball. Bounces into 33. He fakes it. That was a good fake.
It could have been a walk, though.
That could have been, but that was a good fake for Alcorn to Maddox, wearing 3. He drives in. Up. He gets fouled, but they're not going to call it. Getting double teamed. One has it now in the front court. Gets it to the corner to 2. Good closeout by Alcorn. He's going to drive in. Blocked by Hayden. Rebound Lundy to Alcorn. Alcorn's going to run it. Alcorn's going to try to go coast to coast. He gets up. Backboard. Basket. 1 point game here at Highlander Stadium. 3.5 minutes left to go in the half.
I love watching this team play because there's not just one person on a team. Everybody can do it.
Everyone. Alcorn went coast to coast after the block right there by Hayden. Lundy guarding. 2 for 3. Short rebound Lundy. Lundy has done really well. He started quite a bit of games, got into some foul trouble, got a hothead, but then fixed it up. Tackett to Lundy, 4-2, basket and 1. 3:16 to go. Basket and 1. The Dragons retake the lead. That Lundy did not score last game either on the 71-31 victory.
Walker just gave Lundy a little slap on the face. That was a good job.
After what happened last game, I agree. If you remember, we started with a technical against Cumberland Gap.
Yep.
They started with 2 free throws because of a dunk in warm-ups.
Yep.
By Lundy.
Yep.
So Lundy learned from that mistake. Nothing against Lundy. He is a great player. His attitude, he's a junior. First year, I think he's played with the Dragons. He may have played last year.
I think
I'm
he
not
may
sure.
have played on JV last year.
21's back in with 2 fouls. Williams is also on. Isaiah Williams has checked in for the Dragons too.
Isaiah Williams.
3 goes up off the nice little basket to tie the game with 3 minutes left. Isaiah Williams, I will give him one good shout out. I don't know if anyone ever got it on camera, but he got a big dunk in the JV game against AC. He dunked it on JV. I don't know if it got caught. I hope it got caught by somebody. Maddox. Over to Hayden. Back to Maddox. Maddox acting as the point guard right now. Maddox, Tackett, Lundy, Williams, and Hayden on the floor for the Dragons. Over to Braylon. Braylon over to Isaiah. Isaiah. He can shoot a 3 as well. To Braylon. Braylon to Lundy. Lundy, I know, can shoot too. He gets it to Maddox. Maddox, deep 3. Long rebound, Tackett. And he gets fouled. Tackett gets the rebound and the foul with 2:15 to go. That is the 4th team foul, and it's on number 1. That is
Ison and Richardson coming in for
Tackett and Lundy. We can't say enough about them. They do phenomenal job as role players.
Yep.
Very good bench warmers. If we had a 6-man award, I don't know who it would go to between Alcorn, Tackett, and Lundy.
The whole bench just about
right.
6-man.
And we will, at the end of the season, I'll talk to you, we'll talk to Jim, and we will call our own awards. Tackett checked back in, actually. Ison checked out. Tackett, it was the tape. They wanted to check, because he's the shooter. He was fouled, and it was the 5th team foul. I don't think they realized it was the 5th team foul of the half, or of the quarter.
I didn't realize it either.
I thought it was 4. First one's up. A little too strong off the front of the iron. 2:15 to go in a tie game. Can't tell, I'm still recovering from an illness a couple weeks ago, and I'm trying to keep my voice. My voice tries to go out all the time. Tack it up, and the first, I think this is the first lead of the game for the Dragons at 18-17.
Yeah. I mean, they've come back. It's good to see them in the game still, not giving up.
We were down by 6 at halftime, or in the first 12-6.
Yeah.
So they've outscored them 12-5 in the second quarter. 1 with the ball. Guarded by Hayden over to 24, guarded by Ison. 2 guarded by Maddox. Don't know why that was such a struggle. Tip by Brendan Hayden.
Yep.
So we got Big Hayden and Little Hayden on the floor at one time for the Dragons. Brendan and Braylon with 1:46 to go in the first half. Maddox on 2. Waiting on the call. Maddox walks up so he doesn't stand still for too long. Bounce pass to 3. 3 thought about a 3. Bodies up, both Haydens up over their head. Good floater, gives them the 1-point lead. Give them credit. Great floater right there. Richardson thought about a 3. Bounces into Ison. Ison up.
Good
and
take.
nice roll. Great pass right there. Richardson to Ison. 21.
Such a force down low.
21 back on the floor for Scott as well. He has 2 fouls. They must not be worried about him. Well, also, he was off the floor, and that's when the Dragons took the lead.
Yep.
They know he's their key. Oh, Ison almost got number 3 right there.
I thought he was
Ison
gonna get
also
it.
has 2 fouls. So the 2 on the near side closest to us guarding each other with 2 fouls.
The biggest
1
boys
over
on the
to
court
2.
going at it.
2 to 3 guarded by Maddox. 3 versus 3. Maddox is not letting him go. He's close enough. They should start counting the 5 seconds, but she let it go. He drives into 24. 24 to 1. 1 to 2. 4-3. Good closeout, but he makes it. 2-point lead with 45 seconds to go. Maddox drives in, spots up, tie game. 22-22 with 30 seconds left.
Way to bring back the momentum to us.
21 to 2. 2 is going to try to walk it up the court with 30 seconds left. The way both these teams play, this could be the last shot of the half. He gets it up to 24. 24 back to 2. 2 gets around Ison to 3. 3's going to drive in. He tried to spot up, gets it to 2 for 3. He's not going to take the shot. 15 seconds left.
21 over here telling
3's
calling
got
the
it.
play, it looks like.
Yeah, he is their leader. 10 seconds left. I think they want the last shot, but as I say that, he drives in. Gets it to 24 to 2. He thought about a 3. Gets Ison off his feet for 3. No good. Rebound Richardson. Throws up a half-court heave. No good. So at the half, the score tied at 22. We will take the halftime break with the Dragons. We'll be right back here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Highlanders Stadium, or Highlanders Arena, as we get ready to bring you the second half action of Dragon Vision featuring the Clinton Dragons and the home Scott High Highlanders. 22-22. So in my opinion, I say this is a 0-0 game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing happened in the first half.
Other than fouls.
Other than the fouls. And it was very evenly called.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, the second half, Scott had more fouls than the Dragons, but the fouls they called on Scott and the Dragons were earned fouls.
Yep, absolutely. Because in the first quarter, Clinton had some of those calls, and then in the second quarter, Scott evened it out.
But the big one we need to watch for Scott, and you called it at the beginning, 21.
Yep.
One, he has 2 fouls. He did very well the last 4 minutes to not get a third foul.
Yeah.
Clinton tried. And I mean, they tried everything to get that foul called on him, but it didn't happen.
I think what they did was they took him off of Ison down in the paint because Ison was going to work down there.
Oh, yeah, and they knew that was going to be physical because he was also going to work, but he has range.
Yeah.
21 will hit threes. He had either 11 or 13 of their 22 points.
Yeah.
And when he came off the floor, the Dragons made the run. They outscored them 18-10 in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was very much needed by the Dragons. They locked in defensively and offensively, and that's what you want to see being down.
And there's Richardson. He did not do this in pregame. He is now draining his threes.
Yeah.
Pregame, he missed quite a bit. I don't know what it was. He doesn't do that. Something must have been on his mind.
Yeah.
Because Richardson is almost lights out.
Yeah, and looks like he's getting a hot streak going right now.
And he's got Eli Slavin right there. I like the guard box out by Eli Slavin. That's helping him. He's not just taking wide open threes.
And Eli Slavin, man, he has such a beautiful jump shot.
And he's come on really strong.
Yeah.
He's also a sophomore.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's one of the JV stars for them. They only have 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 3 juniors, Lundy, Hayden, and Maddox.
Yeah.
The rest are sophomores and freshmen. This is
great.
going to be a team to watch the next several years.
Yeah, and that's like last year, Anderson County, I was talking to some parents over there. They were like, how many seniors are the girls losing? I'm like, they're not losing a single person. They're like, are you serious? Yeah. And this year they added some players to their team since last year, but they're losing 4 or 5, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, I noticed that. And their big one, Brandon Drake. Drake's the big player for Anderson County. They're going to hate seeing him go. He is a great athlete for that team.
Yeah, and he's the leader for that team.
He is. And I'm trying to wait on the score. It is halftime at Gibbs. Excuse me. It is halftime. They do not have their score up. They just have their "we will be back at halftime" up.
So I just got a text message from Coach Hammock. He
So
said
did
that
I.
he taught Carson everything he knows. So
we want to say great job, Coach Hammock. You taught Carson everything he knows. You taught Bryson everything he knows on the football field. You taught Tegan everything he knows in the work field. Tegan Bollinger, he was a great athlete for both basketball and football. I'm glad he's doing what he wants to do right now.
Absolutely.
Everyone loves Tegan. We miss seeing him out here. But if you're doing what you love,
that's all that matters.
I have nothing to say.
I talked to him the other day. I went down to get some food, and I talked to him for a few minutes, and he's just a great all-around kid.
Oh, yeah. Tegan, he's going to do great in the work field. Hammock, the Richardson family, they've all had great influence on Tegan. Tegan's had a great influence on this team, too.
Yes.
Mentally, physically, he helps this team because he's one of the first ones down there to celebrate with them, win or lose.
Yep.
Braylon Hayden to inbound to Nelson. You got the starting 5 out there for the Dragons. Nelson with it over to Richardson. There's the first 3. Just a little strong.
I don't think Jason Hammock taught him that.
No, Jason didn't teach him that one. Spin move. Nice little spin move off the backboard, giving Scott their first lead of the second half.
I think they're going to try to go through Bryson and Carson.
He was looking for Ison, but he gets it to Maddox to Hayden, back to Maddox. Bang! First three-pointer of the second half, and the Dragons lead by 1.
I think
25-24.
he's only got 5 points now, doesn't he?
Who, Maddox?
Yeah, he hasn't scored much.
Oh, no, Maddox scored a ton in that first quarter. He has like 14
Big
points
ball.
right now, actually, I think.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, remember he had a bunch of free throws, and he did hit a couple threes in the first quarter. Maddox has been a lights-out shooter so far in the last 2 games.
He's really improved from last year.
He got the first basket of the night for the Dragons, too.
Yeah, he would have had a dunk, but
instead it became 2 free throws. We're still on dunk watch for Maddox.
Yeah.
See if he can get 1 dunk tonight. Next game will be Tuesday against Union County. Then we will be Friday on the road at Cumberland Gap, followed by another Tuesday match at Anderson County to wrap up the regular season.
it'll be
the Tuesday match will be home.
Yeah.
That'll be against another team. There's
It'll
the
be
first
Gibbs.
one again. It will be Gibbs. Yes, that will be senior night. Richardson, 3, bang! Almost missed it on the
There's
shot.
the hammock shot.
There's the hammock shot. 28-26, your score now, as the Dragons take the lead by 2. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. This game started late because they start their games at 6:30 and 8 o'clock here at Scott High School.
Yeah, it's
Into 2. Stolen by Richardson. Richardson was looking to get it to Hayden. Last touch, they're going to
the
say.
ref got in the way.
But they do give it back to the Dragons.
The ref got in the way.
He will give it to the Dragons. I'm okay with that shot.
Yeah.
Now they're going to discuss it. So this will probably end up with Scott.
Yeah.
What has happened every time they've discussed it the last game? Scott's trying to beg for it.
Yeah.
Clinton's now trying to beg for it. It's stuck with the Dragons.
I mean, it's just the ref was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Can't fault him for it.
No, and we've seen it in professional. You've seen it in college. You've seen it in high school.
Yeah, I mean, you have
limited space on the floor. Richardson, 4-3, bang! And I keep putting 4 points up because those beautiful shots look so good. 6 consecutive points for Richardson. And Nelson trying to yell ball to try to get the ball from number 1.
Well, you have Richardson. He's over there taunting the student section.
I love that.
I do too.
And Nelson trying to clap it up against 1. You can see Nelson trying to talk some too. Dragons, I am tipped by Ison, but good. It was a tip, so it does count. There's a strip from Ison to Richardson. Back to Ison. Layup. Basket.
What a layup.
7-point lead and a timeout called. And look at Richardson. Look at Richardson and the emotion on his face as Scott calls the timeout. This run by the Dragons, this is what they needed to start with. 7-point lead, largest lead of the night for the Dragons.
You can tell that Lockard wanted Carson to be able to get his momentum going, because if Carson's feeling it, everybody's feeling it.
We should just say little Hammock on the threes, because he did teach him what he knows.
Yeah.
I know Hammock's enjoying that right now.
Absolutely. He's going to
and Richardson's going to go back and listen to this and text us and said, why did you say that I was little Hammock?
Yeah.
Richardson, Nelson, Ison, Maddox, and Big Hayden on the floor for the Dragons. Scott will inbound from under the basket. Dragons doing a little bit of full court press now. I did not stop my clock, so I got to get my clock back to 5:21. I just noticed that. So 5:21 remaining, and my clock's still going crazy. Should be close to 5 seconds. He does inbound it. We'll let my clock catch up. They're going to call a foul on Maddox.
He kind of locked up on
He did, and that should be foul 2 on Maddox. First
always
team
go to
foul.
the offensive player on that.
Thank you for telling me that. I did put the score on the wrong side. It is 33-26. Thank you, Diana McCoy, for telling us that. It is 33-26. We have the score right now. 21 to inbound, 5:18 remaining. He goes to 2. Back to 21. 21's going to 1. They're doing a full court press for the Dragons. Still have not crossed the timeline. Does cross the timeline on spin move.
21's playing safe right now.
He is playing safe. He knows he has 2 fouls. 1 with the ball. He drives in. That is a foul on Lundy. I will agree with that foul call. That is a foul on Lundy. That'll be his second, maybe his first, but Alcorn's going to check in. That is his first 2. So Lundy has 1. Maddox will check out. Maddox also only has 1 foul. No real foul trouble for the Dragons except ice it, but no one on the floor has foul trouble. Richardson tried to steal it. He does. Deflect it to Lundy. Tried to get it to Tackett, but it was got back. Scott got it back. 3 back in the front court with it. Goes across to 21. 4-3 with a hand in his face. Too short.
All right.
Nelson tried to get the rebound. I will give Nelson credit. That was a good try for the rebound. He was the last to touch it.
Nelson was a little bit smaller than the other.
Nelson also had 8 assists and 6 rebounds with no points scored.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that was the stat total against Cumberland Gap. So he nearly had a double-double without scoring.
Yeah.
We've only had 1 double-double this season. That was icing.
Yeah, that's against Union County.
It was against Union County.
He had 20-10.
22 and 10.
Yeah.
Backboard no good. Rebound goes to Nelson. We just talked about his defense. Nelson with it. 4-3. Bang! 36-26. 10-point lead. Dragons trying to stretch this out. They won by 26 the last time. 70-40 was the final. 21 with it. Alcorn, I will agree, he did get called for that reach.
And Maddox back.
Maddox probably going to come in for Alcorn because of that reach. I think that is his second. Team third, though. They got to start being careful. 4:13 to go. And they have 1 foul to give. 21 inbounds backcourt to 2. 2 over to 3. Richardson's going to trail him. He gets it up to 1 in the wing. Back to 3. 3 inside to 24. Tries to get around Tackett. Bodies Tackett. Goes up. Tackett with the block. Rebound Lundy. Nelson with the ball now.
I can see Richardson going for a 3.
Nelson hits what Richardson wants to do. You called it. There it is. Well, it must have been tipped. He doesn't miss him that bad. I'll say that was a tip.
Yeah.
That wasn't an air ball. That was a tip. 21's got it now. He drives in.
Oh,
he pushes off. That is 3. That was the easiest charge you could call. He's like, no, I didn't. Yes, you did. You completely extended your arm.
Yeah, and of course you got Scott County fans over there that disagree with it. But that would happen over here with Clinton, too. We would disagree.
But the coach is not really arguing. He's just yelling about the foul to his team. So he knows that was a foul.
Yep.
Nelson with it in the front court, up by 10. Nelson, Ison, Hayden, Maddox, and Richardson. You're starting 5 back on the floor. Richardson got it into Hayden. He's going to be called for a reach in on 24.
That's 2 fouls on.
That's 2 quick fouls. That should be on 24 or 23. I'm not sure. 24. That's his third. That's 2. Okay, that's his second. I don't like how they put those up. Sometimes it automatically shows their foul. Inbounds to Maddox. Maddox is getting to Ison. Ison guarded by 24. He spin moves up over 21. No good. Rebound. Ison with the rebound and put.
At the right time.
Almost got the putback, but he's going to go to the line for a pair. Is that on 24? 24. That's his third.
Yeah.
24 and 21 both have 3. Lundy, mass subs coming for the Dragons.
We got a defensive sub coming in.
They've got 3 subs. You got Brendan Hayden.
You got 4.
Yeah. Brendan Hayden, Ben Tackett, Tristan Lundy, and Isaiah Williams. I wonder if one of them is going to come in for Ison, who makes the first free throw attempt. No. Oh, no. Hayden, little Hayden. Big Hayden, or
the only one staying out's Cars.
Ison right now. And Nelson, yeah. And affectionately known, not Big Hayden, but Big Fella by his mom. We got to give Big Fella a shout out. Ison makes both. 12-point lead.
Oh, so the only one that's staying in from that was Maddox.
Little Hayden checks in. So you got, or Little Fella, or Big Little Fella. Maddox, Lundy, Tackett, Williams,
good defense.
And tipped out by Lundy. Like I said, Maddox, Lundy, Tackett, Williams, and Brendan Hayden on the floor for the Dragons. 38-26. Inbounding to 1 to 21. Back to 1. Good full court press coming from the Dragons. I know it's getting close. It's about 5 seconds in now. He does get across. No foul from Lundy. Lundy they were trying to get the foul on him. To 3. 21 thought about a 3. Good box out right there by Isaiah Williams. Tackett doing a great job right there. Nearly stolen. It is stolen. Tackett with the deflection. Maddox with it. Spawned up. 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebound Brendan Hayden. To Williams. 4-3. Oh, I thought that was in.
got
2
Maddox
with the
back.
rebound.
Man, so quick to get back down the court.
He tried to get a foul called on Brendan Hayden. 1-4-3. No good. Rebound. Tackett. Tackett with the board. Gets it over to Isaiah Williams. Over to Maddox in the front court. And a timeout called by the Dragons. We're going to take it with them. With 2:30 remaining and a 12-point lead, 30-8 to 26. Welcome back. 2:31 remaining. Dragons lead 36 to 28. Starting 5 back on the floor for the Dragons without Alcorn. Actually, Alcorn is in instead of the starting 5 into Ison from Maddox to Alcorn in the corner. He goes up. He gets bumped. And it's going to be the 4th team foul with 2:16 remaining. The foul is on 1. But they've got 2 players out there, 24 and 21, both with 3 fouls.
I thought they were going to call on
one has 2 fouls. They tried to fake me out again with that. Inbound stolen. No, he got the back.
24 couldn't foul. He was scared to.
Yeah, it was a 2-point basket by Ison that we almost missed. 40 to 26, 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Hand off to 24.
I love that the Clinton bench is louder than Scott County's.
He did pick up his he picked up his pivot foot. They didn't call it. 21's got it now. I like how tight Maddox is playing him because he knows if he drives in, he could get called for a charge at any point. Dribbles behind the back to 21. They left him open. Oh, and no box out though. 1 gets it. 21 fakes a 3. He comes in from the free throw line. He misses that one too. Rebound to 3 over the back. The foul will be called on. And that's the 5th team foul, but it was an off.
So if that's the
it should be 2 free throws because that's 5. That's an off.
It's 5, but it was offensive.
Was it on? They say it was. If it was a push from the back, that's actually a foul. It's free throws.
Okay.
That's a defensive foul. Ison goes to the line for 2.
I think. Okay.
1:33 remaining.
If it would have been a charge, it wouldn't have been.
If it would have been a charge, right? But they said it was on the rebound. It was a push from behind. Ison goes to the line for a pair, trying to put Dragons up by 16. Right now they're up 5 possessions. He wants to try to make it 6.
Yep.
If he makes this, it's a full 5-possession lead and the non-friendly rim. 40 to 26, 93 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
You have Carson out there. He was telling.
And you got Tackett and Lundy's coming in. Lundy will come in for Ison. Richardson gets Tackett. Tackett comes in for Richardson.
Richardson was out there telling Ison to make sure you follow through on your shot.
I like the leadership from both of these seniors. Second free throw attempt, a little strong. Rebound will go to Scott. 14-point lead, 90 seconds to go. Scott with the ball comes into the front court, guarded by Alcorn. Over Alcorn's head, nice floater right there. They've had a good floater shot like that all night, up to Maddox. Maddox slows it down into the front court. He thought about a 3 twice. Alcorn gets it. He drives in, and no foul called. Ison bodies him up. Great job. They are letting them play, which is what they should do every game. Yes, they need to call fouls, but let them play. Ison puts a hand in his face. 2 almost gets a 3. Alcorn with the board. Almost gets reached by 1, but Alcorn with the board. He drives in. He gets a basket. 16-point lead now for the Dragons. 45 seconds left to go in the 3rd.
I just hope that we don't have that Indian yeller over there again.
I agree. Lundy thought about checking in, but goes back sit on the bench. They're going to let him 30 seconds left. They're going to let this one stay out there. He swings it in. Goes to the corner. Stolen by Tackett. Tackett's got it. Being double teamed. Trying to find someone. He's got it to Nelson. Nelson's got to get across half court. He does. Nelson in the front court, hands off to Ison. 15 seconds left. They will hold it for the last shot, a typical Lockard moment. 10 seconds left, gets it to Maddox. I'll see. Maddox might go for it. He drives in, gets fouled, no basket. 5 seconds
they call
left.
it on the floor, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be shots.
Shots, because it's the 16th foul. 5 seconds left. 16-point lead. Some of the fans starting to leave from the Clinton side. Well, also guys, young child with them. I'm okay. But they maybe just go and take a break. Maddox, first one's up and good. 17-point lead. And Hayden and Lundy check in. Williams will check in for Maddox off the free throw, assuming it goes through. Student section got real quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, our bench.
Second one's in. 18-point lead.
Dragon bench right now is a little bit louder than the student section.
I agree. The cheerleaders are louder than the student section.
Yeah.
On the Clinton side. One good thing we said about this one, we like how the cheerleaders are set up on both sides. One's going to go for a half-court heave. Ooh, that was a good shot, though. And Brendan Hayden just decides to chuck it and almost hits the cheerleaders. And Coach Thackerson looks at him and goes, use your head. You didn't have to check that. The buzzer had already happened. So we're going to take a quick break with your score of 46-28. Dragons over the Highlanders. Welcome back to Clinton Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision. We're getting ready to bring you the fourth quarter. Dragons went from a tie at halftime to an 18-point lead.
Yeah.
Outscoring them 24-6 in the third quarter. This is more like the Dragons we expected. And we're giving you an update. In the third quarter, Gibbs is up 45-39. They just drained a three, courtesy of Maverick Media Productions. We're watching that game to keep up. We know they're watching this game too.
Yeah.
These are a battle possibly for first place. Clinton wins, AC loses. It's a theoretic tie for first place. AC with the head-to-head. Scott with the ball, 12-33, and a good little floater. Good basket right there. That's the shot they've lived with. That's the shot they've done the best all night. 16-point lead, 46-30. Ison makes it back an 18-point lead. Maddox to Ison on that assist. 48-30. Dragons leading. And you can hear, we must have a small student. Oh, no, you hear our bench going defense.
Bench.
And Nelson's doing it with them. Every time they said defense, Nelson is clapping. I wasn't sure that. Our bench is loud and our cheerleaders are loud. Good. Oh, I thought that was going to be a reach by Ison. Three, pulls up from the free throw line and makes it.
And shout out to our cheerleaders for making it to nationals as well.
Oh, yeah, our cheerleaders, they go to national this week. Dance goes this coming week. Dance goes next week. Last touch by Scott.
On February 6th.
Oh, so the dance goes next week. Okay. I've got to that's right.
It's hard to keep up with. I just know I'm not going to Disney.
I also have, I want to give a shout out to some of my students. They're on the Anderson County's dance team. They're also going to nationals on Thursday. So if I'm a teacher there and they qualify, you've got to give them the credit where they deserve it.
Oh, absolutely.
Clinton ball, Maddox with it after the handoff from Hayden. Maddox goes into Ison. Feed the big man is what they're saying. He spins around. He gets it to Nelson. I thought Nelson might have wanted to pull that. Nelson's got it. We know he has range. He tries to drive around. He drives in. Up. Backboard. No good. Rebound Scott. A little too strong on that shot. One with the ball. He comes into the front court. One's going to drive. Blocked by Hayden. Number two. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson fakes him. Gets him off his feet. A little strong. Does he get the rebound? No. Scott will have the rebound in the front
I
court.
was expecting 21 to pull
21
up.
gets it. Ison did not want to foul him. He wanted to go for the charge, but Ison didn't want to foul. He has 2. 21 has 3 fouls for Scott High School. Maddox with the ball. 14-point lead now. 6 minutes to go. Now Richardson with it. Over to Ison. Dragons playing unselfish ball here, just passing the ball around to Maddox. Maddox thought about 3, but wants to hold it some more. Gets it to Hayden. Hayden throws it into Ison. He gets fouled. No foul call. 21 gets the rebound to 33. Into 3. Makes it 12-point game now. They're on a 6-0 run. He gets it to Nelson. Alcorn's ready to check in. 5 minutes to go. Dragons playing unselfish ball, but they're going to let Scott in at this rate. And the timeout call by
Good call by Lockard.
Lockard. He needed that timeout. We're going to take a quick one with him on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Clinton Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision. Score here at Highlander Gymnasium, excuse me. Clinton 48, Scott 36.
I noticed whenever we pulled in that Scott has a turf field now.
They do. They got that field this year.
That is nice.
I want to give them. They have even when they had grass. I like their grass field because they had a unique atmosphere with it. By having the barn on their field as well. That was a unique feel. Richardson with the ball. Bounces it to Nelson. Nelson fakes a 3, gets it to Richardson. Richardson back to Nelson. Unselfish ball being played, but Scott's on a 6-0 run. Nelson with it. He drives in, gets it to Alcorn. Alcorn's going to drive. He's going to get over to Richardson. Fakes a 3. He drives in back to Alcorn. Alcorn fakes a 3 over to Richardson in the corner.
Just trying to kill some time
they are just killing time. This is typical Lockard ball. Gets it to Maddox. 4:45 remaining. 30 seconds on this possession and counting. We're going to see how long this possession goes. Richardson is going to get it over to Ison. A lot of passing for the Dragons.
If Ison's up here, they're doing something.
Well, we know Ison has range when he wants it. He gets it to Alcorn. Closing in on 1 minute for this possession. Maddox thought about a 3. Head fake gets it to Richardson. 1 minute in this possession so far. 4:18 to go. Ison with it now. Ison fakes it, gets it over to Alcorn. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. Gets it to Maddox. He fakes a 3. He's looking for someone to get open. He gets it inside to Alcorn. Nice job. Nice basket in the feed. Alcorn with the basket, feed from Maddox. That took 118 before they made that score. 21's got the ball now, down 18 or down 14. He goes up. He gets fouled. No basket, though. Who is the foul going to be called on? If it's on Ison, it's number 3. They haven't signaled it yet. It is on 32, or is that 23?
I couldn't tell.
It looked like
23.
It is on Richardson. His first. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
he will go to the line for a pair. 3:47 to go. Trying to make this a 4-possession game. Right now it's 14. First one's up. First one too strong. Back of the iron. 50-36 with 3:47 remaining. And score update at Gibbs. It is Gibbs 48, AC 45. It says it's in the third quarter. We're not exactly sure. Second one's up. Second one's good. 13-point lead for the Dragons. Dragons took over a minute off the clock with the last possession.
See how much
Richardson's got it. They're doing full court up to Maddox. Maddox gets into the front court with it. And now they're trying to do a double team into Alcorn off the backboard, big time. Maddox has probably had 7 assists. I would not be surprised if he could get a double-double tonight with assists. Alcorn also has about 6 points tonight. First one's up. floater, no good. Should have been a foul called on over the back, but nevertheless, it is Dragon ball. Up by 16. Richardson with it. He's going to drive. Bounce pass in. Last touch by Scott. 3:14 remaining, up by 15. Dragons look to improve to 12-10 on the season if the score stands. Nelson with it. Bounce to Ison. Big basket. Back to a 17-point lead for the Dragons. 6-possession game.
It looks like the Mavs and Eagles are going into the fourth quarter, 50-47, Eagles up.
That's what we want to see. Spin move. He traveled, but they're going to call a foul instead. That's fine. Let him call the foul.
Yeah.
I thought it was a travel. I'm not going to argue these. It's Ison's third. They're going, okay, they're just going to say it's his second. I thought it was 3 on Ison.
I did too. Maybe they messed up on.
Maybe they
earlier.
changed one of them earlier. But one will be at the line for 2. Down 17, they're going to try to make this a 5-possession game. Right now it is 6. 1 at the line. First free throw's up. First free throw is good. 54-38. Actually, AC ended up winning 71-61. So Mav Media is actually way behind on the stream. So AC will retain first place in the region regardless of how this game goes. Maddox with the ball on the wing. Gets it across to Nelson. Nelson with it. He's trying to get around 1. He drives in, gets it to Ison. Ison back to Ison's got it with 2:45 to go. He hands off to Richardson. To Maddox. A lot of motion for the Dragons. Up to Richardson.
I think motion right now means kill time.
1 minute or 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Maddox with the ball. And they strip him from it. Last touched by Scott. Maddox says he got hit on the wrist, but he's not going to argue it. He's trying to tell them, look, watch just where they're swinging. Not trying to show up the ref, just saying, just keep an eye on this. Maddox with it now. 2:20 to go, and there is a foul.
If you look over at the Scott County side, it's starting to get a little thin over there.
Student section just sitting down as well. That's number 3's third foul for Scott. Team first. I think they're getting ready just to start fouling to force free throws now. He inbounds deep to Richardson. Richardson's will come up, foul by 12. That is what they're going to do. They're going to try to use up all 5 fouls and send the Dragons to the line up by 15. That's number 12's first.
Might be a long 2 minutes.
It will be a very long 2 minutes at this rate. Maddox to inbound. Maddox will get it into Ison. And Maddox will get it. He goes up. He tried for the dunk, but gets stripped, and he would be the last touch by Scott. Dang, I thought that was going to be the one. We're still on dunk watch here. Up to Richardson. Richardson's going to get fouled by 12. 2:12 to go, and the third team foul, and that's his second. Locker trying to give Richardson some word of advice right here, what they should run on this play. And 3's trying to talk to the official over there. I don't know what he's talking about. 1. That's what they're telling them, is they're telling them, we're just going to foul on the inbound. Watch for the foul. 2:11 to go, and that's team foul number 4. Any more fouls, Clinton goes to the line, and that's what they're wanting. Maddox is talking to one of the adults over on the sideline, too. He gets it to Richardson. Gets stripped by 12. 12 going for the foul, but gets stripped instead, and they're going to call a foul on Richardson. That's going to be his second. Team third for the Dragons. That's a third team foul. And Scott ball down by 15, 54-39. Remember, Tuesday, the Dragons will host Union County.
It will be a good game.
That will be a very good game. There's another 2-pointer for Union County and a quick timeout called. We're going to take the timeout with them here on Dragon Vision with your score 54-41. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action, 2:03 to go and counting. It'll be Scott basketball, Maddox with the steal. He drives in, layup. I was hoping that was the dunk.
Me too.
15-point lead, about 100 seconds left to go in regulation. 2 with the ball over to 24. He gets it over to 1. 1's going to drive in. He knows Ison's got 3 fouls. He gets it back to 2. No, it's to 12. 12 back to 1. Good closeout by Richardson. Over Ison's head, good.
Wow.
Nice basket, and another timeout called by Scott. We're going to stick it right here, though. Once again, we want to mention, final score from Gibbs, AC beats Gibbs 71-61. It was a good battle throughout.
Yeah.
Remember,
just got some momentum going.
AC had a 19-point lead, and Gibbs came back and tied it. And then it was a battle throughout. Right here, it was 8-4 after the first quarter, if you remember that.
Yeah.
A long time ago, and a lot of points have been scored since then. It's only 9:21 right now. That's really a quick game for how late this game started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this game was slated to start at 7:30, or 8 o'clock, not the normal 7:30. Good. The girls, heartbreaking loss on Coach Dougherty's birthday, but they have a chance. As long as you're seed 1 or seed 2, you will get a berth in the region play regardless of how your tournament goes.
The only thing right now is I wouldn't want to play Anderson County in the first round.
Well, if we're the 2 seed,
the second round,
we might, for the girls, if we're the 2 seed, it would be the second round. We might play Anderson County. When we come back on Tuesday, we will give you updated district standings according to Coach T. But that will be Tuesday that we will give you those because we want to make sure we get them right and nothing has been changed. Clinton will inbound. 91 seconds to go. Gets it to Richardson. He will be fouled by 3. 3 is trying to say, I didn't touch him. He's trying to say, come on. But Richardson will go to the line for a pair. That took 1 second. We got 90 seconds left. And Richardson trying to make this a 15-point lead if he can make both.
That's 4 fouls on number 3.
That is 4 fouls on number 3.
Looks like he's probably going to come out.
And 24 also has 3 fouls, if we remember. First one's up. First one's good. 43-57. 21 comes in. 24 goes out, but 3 stays in.
Wow.
He's talking to Nelson. Nelson's just laughing at whatever he's saying. Probably talking about where they want to go get, where Nelson's going to go get dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
57-43, make it 58-43 after both count from Richardson. 90 seconds left to go. Down by 15, Scott's got the ball. One's got it, gets it to 2. That could have been a foul on Alcorn right there, but he stopped just in time. That could be a travel, but there's the foul they called on the reach. He got away with 1. He couldn't get away with both. That's only team foul 4, though. That is his 3rd foul. That's team foul 4, so any more fouls from the Dragons will send Scott to the free throw line. 32 gets it to 1. 1 in the wing gets it to 21 for a deep 3. 2 short, must have been tipped. But 33's got the basket. 45-58. Clinton up by 13. Richardson with the ball up to Ison. Ison in the front court. Gets fouled. Let's see who they call it on. If it's on 21, that is his 4th. If it's on 1, I don't know how many he has.
No, it was on 1.
It's on 1. That's his 4th.
4th, wow.
Regardless.
Almost the whole team.
Yeah, they've got 3 big players with 4 fouls, or 2 big players with 4, 2 big players with 3.
I just realized it's only a 13-point game.
It is. Remember, they had a good run started at the beginning of this quarter. And then they've been fouling like crazy. Icing up for the first. Good. 59-45. Dragons trying to improve to 12-10 on the season. 5-1 in district play. Next one's up. Next one's good. 60-45. It is a 15-point game. Dragons in a little bit of a 3-quarter press. 3 comes in the front court with it. Gets a screen set. Spin move. Almost loses control. I will give him credit. That was a good spin move. 60-47 now. Alcorn gets the ball. Alcorn's about to be fouled. He does get fouled. If that's on 1, that's his 5th. If that's on 1, that's his 5th. Let's see.
2.
No, it's on 2. I thought it was on 1. 1 was in the area. That's only his second. Okay, we're okay. he's okay. I thought one was right there, so I thought the foul was on him. But I couldn't see from where we're sitting. I do like being able to sit at some of these games. Some places we can't sit at. We got to remind ourselves when we go to Union for the district play to bring some chairs with us.
Yes.
Up and good. Alcorn with his I don't know, Alcorn scored already tonight, but that's his first free throw of the night. The Dragons' free throw shooting has been so much better in the last two games than it was against Anderson County.
Yes.
Second one's up, and as soon as I say that, I jinx it, and they miss it. But it's a 14-point game with 40 seconds left. Bounce pass to 2. 2's going to try to drive into 1. 1 for 3. No good. Rebound, Maddox. Are they going to foul? No, they're going to let the Dragons dribble it out. Dragons will improve to 12-10 on the season, 5-1 in district play, and they will be victorious with a final score of 61-47 with 20 seconds left. They're already shaking hands. I love this about both teams. You see them shaking hands, no trash talk. And right there, 33 shaking hands with Ison. Ison bounces it out of bounds with 5 seconds left. He tried. Ison wasn't paying attention.
Maybe we can send that into Shaquille O'Neal for Shaq and the Fool.
Shaq and the Fool, exactly. 1 for 3. Misses it. So, yes, the final score will be 61-47.
He just wanted that rebound for his stat.
He does get a rebound for his stat. But once again, we want to thank you for watching Dragon Vision. We're going to stick right here, but we're going to go to the PA announcer and the camera clock as we wait for the interview with Coach Chris Lockard. But once again, your final score from Highlander Gymnasium, 61-47, Dragons on top.
So I felt like in the third quarter there, Caden got some great position and great looks, and I thought the boys did an excellent job of getting touches, and that's when then I started looking for Carson.
Yes.
I made a couple of adjustments on some quick hitters that we do and got him a couple of touches and let it fly, and boom, I think he went 2 of 3.
It was two back-to-back, and then Scott called the timeout, and I've focused in on his reaction because you could tell he was in it. My audio was off a little bit just now, but we were talking about the inside. You got that inside game started. Yeah, Caden had a couple foul troubles early, but in that second half, Caden and Maddox, and Alcorn.
Alcorn too. I told Alcorn right before the game was over, I said, this might be start to finish your best night.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about just scoring. I mean scoring, defense, shots taken, how he rebounded, how he moved, handling the ball. He's starting to really come into his own. And, it's what we were talking about down there. We are still fighting for consistency.
Right.
They're still young, but their game experience is getting bigger. But to come up here and play the way we did, we could have very easily had a letdown. I thought the boys, they took it into their own hands right there when they slowed it down. I wasn't going to pull it out that quick. And we've been working on it some, and they pulled it out on their own. And when they do that, you sort of got to let them. That way, if it works, then they gain confidence. And if it doesn't work, then you can coach it a little harder.
Right.
And I thought they did a great job of, we found who we needed to get the ball to, and we found spots and spaces, got a couple of easy ones. And, boy, I couldn't be more pleased. And, like I told him, I said, you probably win this game by 25, but 3, absolutely. We couldn't stop him.
21 was a huge one for them as well.
Yes, he played well, too.
But both those played well the first time we played as well.
Yes.
And they did some adjustments, and we saw it in the first half. But that second half was ours. You were mentioning Alcorn. We got to mention Tackett,
and
Lundy, and
even Williams. I thought Williams came in.
And Little Hayden.
Yeah. Oh, Brendan's. He's
a dog.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal athlete too. They both, him and Williams came in, and they were the only two I gave the adjustment to on the press. And they wreaked havoc when I did that.
Yes.
And it allowed Lundy and Tackett not to have to scramble so hard. But Williams and Brendan both accepted that well and did a great job of it. And, I couldn't be more pleased. A great team win up here. We got Union County coming in at home. We need to get that one. That'll be a tough ball game. They're good.
Then we got Cumberland Gap
and
Friday.
Cumberland Gap Friday away, and then I think it's
Gibbs at home senior night.
Yes.
So we'll be honoring Caden and Carson. I know how emotional that's going to get for you too, because those two have been so phenomenal all season long. Regardless of whether they score or not, it's their team attitude.
Yes. Yeah, and like tonight, Carson just kept waiting. I kept telling him, just be patient. They're not going to let you get many looks, and when we score inside, they're going to have to give it to you. And when they do, burn their eyes, and boy, he did.
Yeah.
He did a great job, and I just couldn't be more pleased with the progress we're making. We still got a ways to go. That's what I told him back there. We still got individual improvement, team improvement. Got to stay focused on the task at hand and keep getting where we need to get to. Otherwise, you're just working for nothing. And you have to work for an end goal, and the end goal is to become the best team you possibly can. That they know that I've praised their defense all year, and I think that we can be the best defensive team that I've ever had.
I believe we are as of right now. We're right there.
We're right there. So if I can continue to pull a few more strings here and get them going, we should be ready to roll.
Yeah, last 2 games, the defense has only given up 39 points per game.
That's unbelievable.
I don't care if it's Scott. I don't care if it's Oak Ridge.
It doesn't
I don't care if it's Cumberland Gap. That is a good defense.
That's good defense. So, yeah, we got to keep working. I like seeing us be able to score more than 50 finally.
Back-to-back games, too.
Yeah.
We had 71 on Tuesday. We had 61 tonight.
So we're getting there.
And we are.
Getting there.
And remember, we played Union County tough the first time. That was Maddox's first game back, too.
Yeah, it was.
So
and mine.
It was yours, too.
Yeah.
After you had to substitute.
Yes.
But he didn't get the wins, but you had to substitute.
Yes, I did.
Got to mess with Chase on that.
Chase wasn't here tonight. He's pretty sick. And
it's probably what's going around.
Yeah, so I just told him to stay home. He's got 2 freshman games tomorrow, and I don't know if he's going to be able to go to those. But, hopefully we'll get him well and get him up and moving.
If you want to give Carson a mess with Carson a little bit, just tell him Hammock says he taught him everything he knows.
Oh, I'll get it.
So we called him Little Hammock on
That's
there.
awesome. That's great. I'll tell him.
All right, so I'll
All
let
right.
you do the sign-off. 61-47 final score. What do you want to say to everyone that got to watch? Our signal wasn't the best, so we're still going to upload it, but what do you want to say?
Really, we had a great turnout
God.
again tonight. Our fans are starting to feel what this team needs, and they push us and make it better. I love when they interact with the kids. I mean, the defensive chants and things like that. I just think it builds our program and builds our kids, especially when it's coming from the adults, not just our student followers. Keep supporting this bunch. I think we still got some improving to do, but they're exciting. They're fun to coach and they're fun to watch. So for that one, hopefully we see everybody at home against Union County, and great win, great job, Matthew. Thank you, buddy, and go Dragons.
Good night and go Dragons.